Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. As you can see on the screen, our topic today is false imprisonment. First of all, let me introduce myself. I am Nur Ikhtisyam Yusrah binti Muhammad Yusuf and my matrix number is 08-21F1032.
Hello, I'm Thineswarrmoorthy and my message number is 08-21F1027.
Hey, my name is Muhammad Nur Ikhtisyam Hamdan. My matrix number is 08DIN21F1041.
I'd like to give you an overview of false imprisonment. False imprisonment is a type of trespass to person. False imprisonment is defined as restriction of a person's freedom or movement. There may be liability for this thought if a person melakukan perbuatan yang disengajakan atau cuai, which directly causes another person to be confined within an area delimited by the first person. The confinement does not have to be by means of a physical barrier. For example, telling a person to remain where he is because he is under arrest. Not that preventing a person from going out into a specific area is not false imprisonment. However, preventing a person from going out of a specific area may amount that. Next, I will pass to Thines.
The solution that we have chosen is about the businessman winning 235,000 ringgit in damages for wrongful detention by cops. Okay, the facts of the situation. First, Azrul Hadraf Abdullah filed a lawsuit against the defendants, who are the government, the police, and Nur Zamani in December 2017. Second, the plaintiff claimed damages over his arrest on the ground that the authorities had breached their statutory duty. This is because the plaintiff was arrested without any lawful justification, as his constitutional rights were violated when he was detained without explanation. The police and the officer in charge, Nur Zamani Mazim, had wrongfully detained him without being informed of the reason for his wrongful detention. The police who arrested Azrul did not have the court's order to do so, but still insisted to put him under custody. There was also no clarification provided as to how 3 police reports were used as the basis for the arrest. The issue here is whether the plaintiff has right to claim damages and prove the intentional act of the detention amounted to false imprisonment. Now, the verdict of the High Court is the High Court ordered the police and the government to pay the businessman Rm 235,000 ringgit in damages for wrongfully detaining him for 4 days. Now I'll pass it to Ikhtisyam.
Next, I will explain element to prove the false imprisonment. First is intention or mental state of the defendant. The defendant must intend to do an act that results in the confinement of the plaintiff. The intention of the dual is a prerequisite, conditional, or essential. The case of Warner Y. Rediford in 1858, fact of the case, the defendant, after dismissing the plaintiff as resident manager of a beer house, prevent him from going upstairs to collect his belongings. Hence, it amounts to false imprisonment. Next is the restraint must be in the form of direct consequence or effect from the defendant. The context of this element was further explained in the case of Ansel v. Thomas in 1974. False imprisonment can be only sued to the person that directly caused the detention. The person may be in charge either because he himself detained or imprisoned the plaintiff, or he initiated another person to imprison the plaintiff. Next is the restraint that was made must be complete. When there is a reasonable way out, it must be used, and the plaintiff cannot, in those circumstances, claim that his liberty has been retained. No false imprisonment is established if the plaintiff had a reasonable way that is not dangerous. the case of Bird v. Jones in 1845, the plaintiff could have left but chosen not to. The defendant also did not totally restrict his movement, therefore no false imprisonment. Next, I will pass to Insyirah.
To conclude everything that has been discussed, the plaintiff, Azrul Hadraf Abdullah, has the right to claim for damages before the court due to the fact that he was detained without grounds. Apart from that, the situation fulfills the three elements of false imprisonment. Besides fulfilling the three elements, the detainment of the plaintiff is considered as unlawful as it breached Article 5 of the Federal Constitution. However, the police did not abide to the court's order and still continued to detain the plaintiff. Therefore, his constitutional right was breached and the false imprisonment satisfies the three elements required to prove it, thus it gives the right for the plaintiff to claim damages from the defendant. Thank you for listening.